Novels always start for me with characters talking in my head. And then I have to give them a storyline like Zombie Puppy has a killer itch. Like Zombie Puppy eats face. Or doesn't.
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Hi. The reality is writing is not generally glamorous. For me, it's done first thing in the morning before my agent brain wakes up. And I write, as you can see, with puppies, some of whom steal the camera and decide that they're way more interesting than my computer. So I don't always write at home. I often will go out to a cafe or something like that with less distractions of the puppy variety. I used to freehand everything out in a notebook. It used to be that I could not write creatively on the computer because whenever I would get in front of the computer, my agent brain would kick in and I'd be writing letters to editors and articles, and my type A personality would kick in with all the day's scheduling, and I just couldn't write. And it turned out I was doing it wrong. I was using my work computer and trying to also work creatively on that. So now I have a laptop which is dedicated just for writing. I also do take it when I travel for business, but 99.9% of the time this is just for writing, creative writing. And so when I sit down in front of this computer, my head is automatically in the right space. And that's kind of important. They say when you're studying that you do it in the same place at the same time every day approximately, and that sort of settles you into this Zen kind of state or whatever where you are focused and mentally prepared for studying. And it's the same thing with writing. If you have a routine and you do it in the same time and place every day approximately, your brain will automatically be ready to write at that time and in that place. It doesn't always work. Like I said, I go other places to write, but it really works pretty darn well. The other thing for me is that I'm a pantser. I do know generally when I get an idea, first of all, when I get an idea, I don't get to write it right away. I've got other books already under contract. I've got deadlines. So really that idea kind of sits in the back of my head probably for about 2 years and percolates. So by the time I'm ready to write it, and I know that because I'm ready to write it when it starts writing itself, when the voices in my head that are in that book are louder than all the other voices, and I'm in the midst of another project, and I get a first line, and then I get a first paragraph, and I get a first page, and I mean, no, just wait, just give me a month to finish this project. And by the time that month is up and I finish that other project, this is dying to come out, and it comes roaring out for about 3 chapters. And then I have a moment of, oh my God, hair tearing because I don't know what comes next. And I always get there, but I'm sort of a 3 chapter at a time plotter because by the end of those 3 chapters, my characters, who are so real to me that they've taken over my life, as you've probably already determined, have gone in a completely different direction. They've gone in whatever direction they want to go. They don't listen to me. I feel like writing is a constant struggle between your own voice and the voices in your head, what you want the characters to do and what they think they should do. And the characters should be so real that they hijack your story, but you should still have enough control that you keep the story moving and the pacing going at the right rate, and you don't let them completely take off, and you don't let sub-characters completely take over. And that's what editing is for too. Often the first draft there's a lot of freedom in the first draft. You can make wrong choices. You can go off in wrong directions. That's what revision is for, where you snip those extra limbs that aren't really taking the story anywhere, that aren't bearing fruit, and you streamline everything and